I'm feeling quite fired up because I have a message in my heart that I came to share with you today. So let's hit it. Welcome back to Accidentally Intentional, where we are on a mission to break through surface level connection and build rich, meaningful friendships. So I have this message in my heart and it's been brewing for a while, but I feel like now is the time to release it because this year I feel a certain release. I feel like it's time to come full throttle with these messages and what I've been learning and what I feel like you might need to hear too. And this might be, and hopefully is the kick in the pants that you needed to achieve and go after things that you've wanted for so long. I have heard a certain phrase in what seems to be a growing amount over the past couple months. And it is a phrase along the lines of, I don't know where life will take me, or who knows what will happen in the future. And it is beginning to bother me how much this phrase is becoming normal in our everyday language. Because life doesn't get to just choose what happens to us. We actually have the autonomy and freedom to make choices to change our life today. And this is all relevant to friendship because I think so many of us feel stuck so often because of a relationship that ended or was really painful and caused a lot of harm in our lives that we let that choose for us what's going to happen next. But the moment you make a decision, I'm not going to do this anymore, this is what I'm going to do instead, something beautiful happens because you no longer become the victim of your circumstances. And this has been an incredible mindset shift and, quite frankly, a mental unlock for me. Because yeah, there will be people who have harmful intentions in your life. They may take physical things from you. They may take confidence from you. They may take your time from you. There are things and circumstances in our life where it may feel like stuff has gotten taken from us. But guess what? You get to take back what you're going to do next. And I am so fired up about this because this changed my life over the past year. And now, right now, as we're heading into a new year and are in this new year, I'm feeling a release to finally go full throttle after things that I have only been dreaming of for years before. For instance, I have this tattoo right here. Whoop, right here. It says rise again. And being resilient and learning to get back up again has become a passion of mine. And this is obviously why I'm doing this specific episode, because I am so motivated to help you get back up again this year and not let what the previous years or previous people or previous seasons or previous circumstances or previous locations took from you. You get to be the hero of your own story. And there's actually been research done when it comes to friendships that the most attractive quality in a friend is not someone who is a victim of their circumstances. Oh, this keeps happening to me. Oh, this, but someone who says, this is what happened. This is what I chose to do instead. And here is how I overcame. Here is what I learned. And here is what I'm going to do next with all of it. We're attracted to someone who can see the good and who has that hope-filled mindset because we all want more of that. And over the past year in my life, I have thought that being someone that's so hope-filled is actually a bad thing. I have had people tell me, you shouldn't hope for that. That's never going to happen. And so it knocked the wind out of my sails and really discouraged me for a long time. And I let those, what I now know are lies, have a huge volume in my mind. And the reason I'm so emotional about it is because I have actually learned at the end of this past year that God gave me the gift of hope. And I'm supposed to use it as that, a gift, because it is. And I have just stepped out of the most painful season of my life. And I am better than I have ever been before. My faith is stronger than it has ever been before. My relationships and my community and the friendships that I now have in my life are better, stronger, and more intimate than they've ever been before. And that's for good reason, because I learned over the past couple years exactly who I want to be, and therefore decided who I'm going to surround myself with and who is going to take a backseat because that would pull me away from the person that I'm trying to become. Last week, I just went on a retreat. A retreat where I was going to be with 30 strangers from around the country, and we only had one thing in common. This was a risk because if you've listened to this show for a while, you know that I am an introvert and I have social anxiety. And so I knew this was going to be risky on all accounts, but I had so much hope and thought, what's the best that can happen? What if I meet a group of women who are so devoted to building a new community in their life that it makes everything worth it? What if I find someone who has been through the exact same experience that I have been, and I now have someone that I can walk with together through it? All of these what ifs that were positively centered, what is the best that can happen? What if this happens? And instead of channeling it to like, what if they think I'm weird? What if nobody there is cool? What if nobody there is, I wasn't taking it in a negative direction. I was positively setting on what is the best that can happen. And I will tell you, coming back from this retreat, it has been a marked experience in my life. Marked. I walked away with so much more than I ever anticipated. And what I anticipated was, hey, I'm expectant. What's the best that can happen? I think God's going to do some cool things. If you don't know, faith is really important to me, but hey, you are allowed to believe whatever you believe. I went there not knowing I would walk away with a new, true community of 30 humans who are in my corner, who believe in me right now and believe in the potential of me too, and want to call me up and want to walk through life together with that iron sharpening iron. And, I used to have this kind of complex, and to be honest, it was a little arrogant of me, and I realized it's wrong. And so that's why I'm saying it right now. I used to live by this whole complex of like, I don't really need more friends. Like, I'm good. But as I was mentally preparing for this retreat specifically, I went in so open-minded. I was like, who knows what's going to happen? I might make friends with every single person there. And I did. I have this new support system now. I walked away feeling completely understood and completely not alone in the crazy life experiences that have recently taken place in my life. And that was worth it right there alone. And if I had thought to myself, oh, we'll see where life takes me, or, I don't really know about that, that seems kind of risky, then I would have stopped myself from the incredible breakthroughs that happened for me at this retreat. We get to create the life we want. And to get there, you bet your bottom dollar it's going to take risk. Yes, you can share something with someone and they could share it with somebody else and break your trust. Yep, you can give someone something and they don't care about it at all. You could give someone your heart and they don't care and they don't steward it well. Here's what I believe. When we choose to first take the risk by embodying and becoming the friends that we are looking for, we start to attract those same qualities in others. And not in a woo-woo kind of sense, but in a logical sense, because you're being more cognizant of how you are acting and treating others. Therefore, you're keenly aware of those same qualities that you're seeing or not seeing in other people. And I just wonder what could happen for you this year. No, not this year, this week. If you started asking yourself this question instead, what's the best that can happen? What's the best? Because when you ask that question, your brain starts trying to find all the positives. It's actually eliminating negative ones because it's trying to lock in on answering the question you're asking. What is the best that can happen when I take this risk? When I go to this event, even though I don't know anybody there, even though I have social anxiety, even though I've been burned by other people before, what's the best that can happen? We have to be willing to knock on some doors. Doors of opportunity that might look nothing like it at first. And I'm saying this being someone who is telling you right now, this is going to be a year in my life that's marked by taking risks like I've never taken them before. So I'm doing this with you. I believe that on the other side of risk is everything that we want. Yes, pain comes along with it, not all the time, but when you take a risk, there will be pain. There also will be joy on your way to find what it is that lights you up and what gives you purpose and meaning. And for me, that's helping people find the friendships and relationships in their life that they've been searching for so long. And I don't know what it is for you, but I just want you to know I'm living into the gifts that I know I have this year, and that's the gift of hope. I believe in you so much. I believe in what you are capable of. If you choose that this is going to be completely different, I'm going to go after things that I've been wishing for, wanting for, because I know risk is part of it. And what's the best that can happen when I take that risk? And speaking of taking risks, I have never actually opened this up before to the podcast and YouTube community, but I do friendship coaching one-on-one. And so if that's something where you're thinking, thank God, because the YouTube videos, the podcast, it's not helping me enough. I need to know specifically from Zoe's mouth to my ears what I need to do in my specific situation. Then I want you to email contact@accidentallyintentional.com. I want you to take that risk. What's the best that can happen? And we can get connected and set up through that. I would love to personally help you this year. And alongside friendship coaching, I actually am a certified life coach as well. And one of my specialties is resilience. So if it isn't even friendships, just as much as feeling like life got you down and you don't know what's about to hit you next, whoo, am I fired up to help you this very year, this very week, this very month. I am so committed to helping people find hope again and believe in community and believe in friendship and believe in others again. And if you're having trouble even thinking of that question, what's the best that can happen right now? Because your brain keeps going to, well, I'll tell you the worst that can happen from prior experience. This. I don't know. I sounded like I was about to start rapping. Can I challenge you to pull the thread on your biggest fear and then see where it lands you? For instance, someone says, well, what if I put myself out there or go to meet up with a stranger and they think I'm really weird and they never talk to me again? Is that your worst fear? Is that someone's first impression of you was that you're weird and who never took the time to get to know you again? Here's what I'm thinking. They don't have much to talk about because that gossip train won't last very long. Oh, did you hear I met Zoe? She's so freaking weird. All right. What are they going to say? Okay. A stranger's opinion doesn't matter because they don't know your heart. And I know one thing to be true. I have been doing this for 5 years. If you are going to put yourself out there in any arena, let alone content creation, you will be misunderstood. And when you're misunderstood, it's by people who don't care or want to know your heart and your true intentions. That's a byproduct of it. And you know what the best part is? The best that can happen is that along the way, you start to find people who do care and who do align with you and what you believe in and how you think about the world. You find those people too. You find people who want to understand you because they feel understood by you. I can't say it enough. I'm so filled with hope and expectancy, not over my own life, but for yours as well. And this would really help me out. If you just heard all this and you thought of someone in your life who needs to hear this message, would you please share it with them? I mean, algorithms are so weird. I don't want to make content for an algorithm. I want to make it for humans that can really be impacted by it. So I'd be so grateful if you could do that. If nothing else, here's the takeaway. I believe in you. I have so much hope for you. What is the best that can happen this year?